Good morning everybody and welcome to Season 9 or Season 2 in the Premier League, where we try to establish ourselves as a Premier League side. Enjoy the episode. Thank you. Good morning to good morning to you first. This is going to be episode 68. Apparently people have already played their first match. We have not, obviously. This is the transfer special. So, according to that, firstly, I would just like to say that we have been told that we're going to be expanding the football ground again. We're having expanded, as you can see there, to be completed on 23rd of the 4th, 2031. So that's a whole season of sitting in at Villa Park, as seen there. That's going to take us up to an 18,000 capacity, which is okay, and hopefully we can keep going and eventually moving to just a brand new stadium, which is going to be 40,000-50,000, whatever the case may be. Maybe we'll get that far, maybe we won't, I'm not too sure. But as we currently are, we're sitting in a 42,000 seat stadium at Villa Park. Our youth category then has now gone to 2, which is a youth level here, I believe. At the end of the last season, I was asked, it went from a 3 to a 2, I believe. And we have taken it up to a 1 somewhere. Don't know where, if I'm honest with you. Superb youth facilities, I think it's that one, which went from a 3 to a 2, and it's now gone to a 1 because they were asking if we wanted any more performance analysts or if the wages were okay with performance analysts. And I said I'd rather spend the money elsewhere, and I just clicked the first one that was there, which was the youth facilities, and apparently that's gone to superb youth facilities now. So we've also improved the back staff just to make sure that they are sort of improving there. We're going to be receiving around 80 million over the next season for TV rights. Chelsea and Arsenal offered me an interview off the back of last season. Both of them been declined. More to come on the interview front though. The end of the series goals for this series is going to be to win the Premier League and to win a Champions League. I think once we've done both of those, then we'll look at maybe coming and retiring and maybe doing like a 5 years in the future and a 10-year in the future, see where the club is at. That's the idea of what we're going to go for, I think, on this. Upon my arrival after the summer break, I did do a meeting with the players, and I said we're going to try and avoid relegation. I think you're better than that. I think you can do the avoid relegation, and they were deeply offended and really upset and hurt. So according to them, we're going to be fighting for our life again. I hope that's not the case. Under 18s as well, actually. If we look over here, I don't know where I'd look if I'm being quite frank. So under 21s, we can see that we've got 10 coaches. If you look down the very bottom here where I'm scrolling, 10 coaches. If we go to the under 18s, we've managed to secure 18 coaches. In fact, we can actually do with getting somebody else in as well. Try and find one myself after this. Transfers then, I guess. So, transfer history. We go over to the rear end of the last season. If we look at outs then, we can see, well, okay, if we go further back here, I think, oh no, there's 1s, 2s, 6s. Okay, so Jensen Weir has left on us a loan with a £64,000 fee. I think this might be an optional future fee is 170,000 for him. Kobe Small's gone out on a loan. Potentially, maybe shouldn't have let him go out on loan, but it's okay, it's fine. Portsmouth have taken Joe Tomlinson then for 300,000. He was always going to be going. He just wasn't cutting it at left back anymore. Too slow. Adam Gunn went in a part exchange deal. We'll talk more on that in a second, as you can see over here for this guy. This guy went out on loan accidentally. I did buy him. Here he is here. And then he went straight out on loan the next day because they asked for a loan back, and I thought they were still in the middle of their season or something. So I thought, yeah, sure, why not? Turns out they're not in the middle of the season. It's the start of their season, and this guy's come back out on loan, so never mind. As you can see, he's a Serbian. He's an 18-year-old fella who's got 921 caps. He's we're earning just under 7,000. He's worth 18 to 22 million. 5-star potential with 2.5-star current ability. He's a left back. He's going to be taking over that Joe Tomlinson role. Probably going to be a backup at this point, but as you can see, he's still doing well. So, continuing out then into the new season, Arthur Okonkwo's left for 350,000 finally. Adrian Akande has left on a free. Dennis Sirkin has gone out to Hearts on loan, I think with a option of future fee of 75,000, which is fine by me. And then Luca Krosno has gone back out on loan, which I wasn't expecting, to be quite frank. But such is life, and that's okay. I was looking to try and sell him on, but that's not happening, so why not just get him out on loan? Okay, so coming into the ins then. Talking about the ones that you already know, we made Tom Davies a permanent signing then for 18.5 million, I believe it was. So he's fantastic. He's jumping reach of 18, strength 15, pace is probably a little bit to be desired, but he's okay and he's done fantastic for us. So as you can see there, he came in for 18.5 million. Also on top of that then, we can see that Diogo Ribby is coming for 6.5 million. He was a loanee player that we borrowed and then decided to take him up on that optional. No, it wasn't optional, was it? It was a mandatory future fee. Wasn't too sure at first, but it was okay, and now he's worth 42 to 57 million. This kid is an unbelievable goalkeeper, and he's only going to get better. Apparently he's made 2 appearances, 1 sub appearance and 3 clean sheets. That's going to be in the friendlies, obviously. He's a 3-star current ability with a 5-star potential. Apparently he's still down as a fringe player, but he's going to get so much better. His leadership is 12. I'm not going to send him on the leadership course. Moving forward then, another one that you know was Thomas Bustos. He was training with us, but we could never play him because he was out of contract, and apparently if you're out of contract you can come train with us but you can't play with us. So this guy's going to be our new starting, hopefully, attacking midfielder. The guy's not very fast, but he's got all the attributes that you want in someone who can create that sort of pivot point in that attacking sort of area. As you can see at the bottom there, season stats, these are only friendlies, 2 appearances, 3 subs appearances, 4 goals, 3 assists. That's a pretty great return to start with. Moving on from Thomas Bustos then, we've scored this guy for 2.2 million, which was his release clause, and I honestly think maybe this one's our signing of the season, potentially, if I play him enough. As you can see, he's 3.5-star current ability, and apparently he's only 3.5-star potential ability, but that's because he's 25, that's fine. He's going to sit in that defensive midfield or even midfield role, and he's going to be our ball winning midfielder, and hopefully he's going to be working for us for days. I came across him because I saw his 20 free kick taking. I was fed up. I was having people that were 11 free kick taking, 12 free kick taking, 13 maybe free kick taking, and I put him for a filter for 17, and this guy popped up for 20, and I was like, oh, I'll go for him. And then I saw his 2.2 million release clause, and I was like, well, his stats look pretty decent, why not just give him a chance? And here we are. So, formerly of Empoli, he has played a few games up there, so he's okay with playing at this level. Moving into the next one, then we've got Mary Demiral, who was part of the Adam Gunn part exchange. Adam Gunn left us as a goalkeeper, which I thought was perfectly fine because he's never going to see any game time, and I think we got the better end of the deal. He's 32, granted, but this guy is a solid defender. 17 tackling, marking 16, heading 15. The guy can jump still. Outstanding. His acceleration maybe and pace sort of let him down a little bit, but that's okay. This guy will hang back and be the guy that's going to be hopefully a bit of a rock in that centre of defence for us. You know about this guy, he's came in and he's gone straight out on loan. Then we're looking at Tom Davies, we know about Diogo Ribby, we know about Sebastian came in on a free. I think he's gone to the under-21s. He has. That was my director of football that put in for that one. I thought, yeah, sure, he came in for a free. Why not? Let you have him. He's only got 3-star potential ability, but it's fine. This guy, if you rearrange his letters, you've got Han Solo. Anyway, 16.25 million we paid for this Belgian who's 19. He's a new attacking advanced forward. His finishing leaves are something to be desired, but as you can see, he's got a 4-star current ability with 5-star potential ability with a 60 million price tag at the lowest end. He's a determined personality with a wonder kid description from the media, so that's always good to see. 2 appearances in the friendlies, 2 goals. I have played him out on the right hand side, I think, on one of those, but we can't see because I think you don't get that in friendlies. Yes, it says he's fairly susceptible to injuries, but I felt like an okay sort of risk, I suppose, at this point, especially if we get that kind of return in a season or 2. I'm happy to trade him in if he doesn't quite live up to where I want him to be. According to where he was, Zulte Weerjum. He played 40 appearances with 9 goals, and that is pretty much about it, I think. We are looking at this fella. I think he's already actually... Oh yeah, we're looking to loan this fella from Villa, another central midfielder. I think he's just there as a bit of cover, more so than anything. To be fair, he's probably better off going to one of those 3 teams in the Championship, get a bit of experience, probably going to play a bit more football than what he would with us as well. But we shall see. This guy's obviously, like I said, under 21's assistant to come in and hopefully help us. Let's play the first match. Alright. I think we can... Oh my god, they're playing a 4-2-4. Okay, we're going for a positive mentality, I think. Shorter, yeah. Transition, yeah, okay. Quick pick, okay. So I think we're going to go for that then. You're going to be a central defender. Okay, so Diego Ribby in goal. Taylor on the left, Kane Taylor on the left. Hansen on the right. Davis and Demiro in the middle. Hamilton and Bellingham in the middle. Haig on the left. Burgess on the right, even though now he's not our star striker, he can sit out on that right hand side, and he's still got the pace and everything to inject and become a nuisance out on the right hand side there. And then we've got our new wonder kid up front, Han Solo. Submitting the team then. Our home form is important to us. Go out and make it count. Kick off, skip. Shout, encourage. Hansen with the throw-in, then straight off the bat, Bellingham back to Hansen. It's a deflection, and it's almost straight in the back of the net like an accident. Hamilton with the free kick on the edge, and it goes over. Hamilton with the free kick again. Hey, Davis gets his head to it, and again it goes over the top of the crossbar. Another free kick. Hamilton again. And that's a very good goal. And that's what you're paying for that 20 free kick taking. Make the most of those set pieces. In fact, I think even play for set pieces. Why not? When we've got someone like that, may as well use him. Alright, that's going to bring us up to half time relatively quickly. I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it going in the second half. We've still got the free kick wall line on the ground there. Hamilton with the free kick deep inside the enemy half. Well, not too deep inside the enemy half, should I say. Anyway, went over again. Hans lose. He's not really doing too much up front here, I think. And North Thomas, but none of the front 4 are, to be fair. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Okay, let's just not do that just while we're doing this. Taylor with the kick upfield. It misses Hamilton really badly. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Demiro now, with his experience, to Davies, to Taylor. Hansen wants to be playing in that central defender role, so I need to make sure I rotate him in at some point. That's over the top, doesn't quite reach Luz, but Luz is going to put it... No, he's not. He's going to try and do a solo effort through to Haig. Haig slots it home, and that's 2-0 on the night for Solihull Moors. Lou's doing a nice little through ball there for Haig, and Haig just slots it underneath the keeper into the far corner of that net. Yes. Tonight's beverage of choice? Coffee. Let's make a substitution, shall we? Orford's just come on for Hamilton. That's okay, so we can probably turn off set pieces now. Right. You're okay for now. Thomas Bustoff is going to come off. Forstruter's going to come on. Burge is going to come off for the Deans. Haig's going to come off for Forstruter, and then Adam Anderson. I think that's going to be our front three sorted there. Hopefully that does sort them out. Kane Taylor with the throw-in then to Anderson, back to Taylor. Davies to Orford. Back to Davies. DeMurrow now to Bellingham. Back to the defence. Nice solid man in defence there. Ordain's through ball for Anderson. Doesn't quite catch it. DeMurrow missing his header, but it's okay. It's covered. All the way back to the keeper. All the way over the top. This is Solanke now for Sunderland, and Diogo Ribby does well to trap back and tip it over the back of the crossbar there, giving Sunderland a corner for Coyle. Put into the box, it's a near box, it's in the centre of the box to be fair, and Diogo Ribby is easy to it and catches it. Davies with the free kick then to taking short to Demiro Hansen in our own half. Bellingham picking up that Mazzala roll to Forstruter. Davies, Taylor over the top then for Anderson, doesn't quite reach him. Forstruter picks up that loose ball back in our own half to Taylor, who brings it back forward to the enemy half. Forward overlap for Forstruter, and that is going to be a penalty as he is brought down with no real reason, with him nowhere to go. Penalty awarded. Who's taking it? Is that Anderson? Bellingham. Straight at the keeper. Should have done a lot better. That's okay. Taylor to come off. McIntyre to go on in the last couple of minutes just to run down that clock. Bellingham off and Rowley on. It doesn't matter. We've made all our substitutions, and that's going to be game and time. Well done, lads. That was a great win for us. I think that was against a team that's only just been promoted as well. Villa winning as well. Tottenham, Arsenal and Liverpool. All teams you'd probably expect to win. And next game then is going to be Southampton and the Carabao Cup second round. So, if you've enjoyed that, please drop a like, comment and subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.